this, so love to see your faces if you're willing to show yourself on the camera. We are very lucky to have Jordan Babb of Wattie Ink here. He's going to give us a factory tour and tell us about the different pieces that we're going to be able to try on over the next weekend and pieces we're going to be able to order. We're very excited and very lucky that they're a great partner to work with, and we're very excited for this year. And Jordan, I will let you take it away from here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kimmy. Hi, everyone. My name is Jordan with Wattie Ink, and we are very excited to be working with the Golden Gate Triathlon this year. And tonight, I'm going to take you through a factory tour of Wattie Ink. This is where we make everything. We cut, we sew, we print, we do everything here in-house, here in our factory in San Diego. So I'm going to take you through a tour and a step-by-step process of how the cycling kit is made. It's a little dead in here because it's 7 p.m. We have a small night crew working in here. So there's no machines or lasers going off, which is exciting to see, but at least I can show you guys through the entire process. And then from there, I'm going to take you through a few of the garments. I have our model, Natalia, here, who is going to try a few pieces on, and then I am going to walk you through the fit of each piece, some of the features, and what to look for at the fit kit party. Hopefully the majority of you can make it to the fit kit party. We suggest that you go if you can make it. That way you can really try on the pieces yourself and determine the fit, the cut, and the size once it's time to order. So without further ado, and if you stay till the end, we have a kit reveal for you guys as well. And the 2021 kit looks fantastic. Really excited to present that to you guys. Kimmy and the team did an awesome job working with our in-house artist to create an award-winning kit. So we are going to lay that out at the end of this. We have a test print of the kit so you can see what it looks like printed on fabric. So stay to the end and we will give you a peek of that as well. So I'm going to hand over the camera to Natalia, and she is going to follow me to the first step of the production process. It's a little dark in here right now. You know, it's a ghost town, but this is our warehouse, if you can see it, which is where we have a stock of all of the kits, Wattie kits. We're going to move through here. And if anyone has any trouble hearing me, I'm speaking through my headphones, give me a shout, let me know. There's a generator in here, so we'll try to talk over that. All right, and this is our sewing floor. As you can see, we have some ladies working the night shift here. So really trying to keep people spread out at the moment. We have another sewing room upstairs. So thankfully we got the upstairs unit as well, that we can put people up there and have our team spread out down here on the floor as well. So we will move into the first step of the production process. And that is the print room, as you can see. So this is the very first step of the production process after the design has been created. So once the customer is happy with the design, it's all signed off on and approved, we have another team of artists called the production artists that go in and they scale each design for every single size. So as you can, obviously an extra small jersey, the logo across the chest is going to be much smaller than a triple extra large jersey. So the production artist will go in and they'll size all the logos in the design to each size. Once that's done, items come in here to print, and they're printed on this special paper used with special ink. So really high quality water soluble inks and really high quality JV33 printers, high quality paper. And I know this might be a shock to you guys that it's first printed on paper, and we'll go to the next step, which is the sublimation process. But this is part of the sublimation process, is each panel of each kit. And as you can see, it hardly even looks like a kit, right? You can tell this is a jersey of a kit with a zipper. And then we have some other pieces. This is the back pocket. We have the sleeves worked in here. I couldn't even tell you some of these. The back panel, So each of these are brought to the sublimation machine where it is going to be transferred from paper onto fabric. So that is going to be the next step. We're going to move to the back warehouse here. So there's a big generator going off. I hope that you guys can hear. But this is the production warehouse. And this is one of our sublimation machines. So we have two of them actually, this one and the other one in the corner. And this is how we transfer the artwork and the ink of the kit from paper to fabric. So we lay out the paper here on this board, and then we also lay down the fabric on top of the paper. And a sublimation machine uses heat and pressure to transfer the ink and the artwork onto the kit. So it's a little bit different than your normal screen print that you may see on t-shirts. This actually uses a lot of heat and a lot of pressure to transfer the ink into the fabric. So it's really durable. It doesn't fade over time in the sun. It gets actually ingrained into the fabric. And we use a special fabric that takes the ink. So you can see behind us here, we have a bunch of different fabrics, right? Beautiful fabrics. They all come from Italy, a few from Switzerland. But these are some of the best fabrics, some of the best textiles when it comes to Lycra. And you can see a few of them. If you pan in here, this is a pretty cool fabric that we use for speed suits. You can see it's got high stretch. It's also high durability. We call this a four-way stretch fabric because it stretches all ways. And see those little designs here? That's actually carbon fiber that's weaved into the fabric. So it gives it a lot of durability. Carbon fiber also fights bacteria. And this is something that makes you feel like a superhero when you wear it because it acts like a second skin, essentially. It's just right on your body, super compressive. So, and over here, you see we have some fabrics that are colored or dyed. And these are fabrics that are used for the inner panels or the bibs. So these are more of a nylon-based fabric. And these are pre-dyed from the factory that we get. So they're not sublimated, they're actually dipped in the color, which is nice. So there's no grinning when they're stretched. They're really bright colors, and over time they last a long time. So on the inside of your bibs, either it's black or a different color, usually that uses a pre-dyed fabric. So it just takes abrasion a lot better, and it lasts a lot longer as well. So from there, after the sublimation process has been completed, we bring the roll of kits over here. As you can see, they've been transferred from paper to fabric. So you see they've been sublimated here. These are all rolls of kits that are ready to be cut. And how they're cut is they're cut with this laser printer. Let's see if we can open this one up here to show you guys. So this is the special laser that goes in and cuts every single panel out of the printed garments. And you can see that we even have some that have been cut here already, that they're left on the printer. So a laser goes through and it precisely cuts every single panel out of every single size. So this thing's going crazy. It's reading the dots from the sublimation on the artwork, and it's going in and it's giving it a precise cut every single time. So that's how we get the fit exactly how we want it every time, because we have a laser cutting it. And then once it's been cut by the laser, it's really easy for the seamstress to handle. A lot of companies will go through and they'll use a roll or something like this. We even have them that go through and cut each of the kit and the garments out through a roller. And you just don't get as much consistency when you do that. So that's why the laser cutter is so amazing, because you get a precise cut and a precise fit every single time. So everything is bundled up by size. You can see these are all mediums. It's a bunch of pieces to the puzzle when it comes to kit. There's so many different pieces that are brought to our ladies and our seamstress in our sewing room. now it's really a ghost town in here because all the ladies have checked out, but this is where the magic happens. This is where the ladies sew all the pieces together. You can see everything's bundled up. These are leg bands right here. So each station is different. And then everything from there is sewn up and brought to the trimming table. So here are a pair of Wattie shorts. You can see there's still threads on them here. And after they're done sewing them, they bring them to the trimming table where the ladies and the guys will trim them up real nicely. They'll package them and then we'll ship them off to the clients. So essentially that is, in a nutshell, the entire production process from start to finish, from design, print, sublimation, sewing, and then trimming. So we're going to go back through here and we're going to jump into a few of the garments to talk about fit. Okay. All right, and I'll take that from you. And Natalia is going to go ahead and throw on a few pieces to try on. She's going to start off with the bib shorts and start off with the tri-top to show you guys kind of the fit and what you guys can expect to order here. Does anyone have any questions in regards to the production process and how the kits are made while she's trying that stuff on? Let me know. I'm on my, I see some chats here. Stoked to have Wattie on board. We're excited as well.
Hey, Jordan, I might have missed this, but what kind of badass thread do you guys use to stitch all those carbon fiber panels together?
Yeah, so we do have a special thread, and depending on the garment, depends on the thread that we use. So high stretch garments, such as bib shorts or speed suits that have a lot of Lycra, use a high stretch thread. Some of the other items like thermal pieces done that don't have a lot of stretch actually use kind of a thicker thread. And then we have pretty much threads to match every single color that we have on our color palette. So we have 165 different colors that we have. And this is a color palette that we have here of all the colors. And we have threads that match every single one of them. So if you guys are doing, say, coral blue bibs, then we have a coral blue thread to match. So yeah, the thread is very technical, and the machine he's using different threads is also set up differently as well. So perfect. I think we can jump into the most important part of the kit, which is the bib shorts. As you know, I'm sure some of you have ridden in a bad pair of bib shorts or something that wasn't as comfortable as it should be, and that is all you can think about on the ride. Saddle sores, just thinking about your chamois, it's no fun. So we are going to walk you through the contender bib that Natalia has on right here, demonstrating the bib. And for those of you who want a tri-short or a short rather than a bib, we have that as well. Same construction, just no straps. But I have to say, if you wear shorts, as everyone who wears bibs would say, they definitely want you to try the bib shorts. They're great. So these are the contender bibs, and as you can see, they are very compressive to Natalia. There's not a lot of extra material in the hip area. Unlike jerseys where there's different types of fits, aero fit, race fit, you know, club fit, we want the bib short to fit very close to the body. We want it to be a performance fitting piece. So that way the bib short is close to skin. If you turn around, the chamois is in the place where you want it and it's not moving around. If you have a bib and you're wearing a bib that's too big for you and the chamois is moving around, that's no good. So one thing to help determine your size is Natalia will actually reach out and feel the chamois. And I recommend you guys do this during the fitting, is touching the chamois. I know it's a little weird. It's like you're picking a wedgie, but you're looking to feel the chamois and where it is relative to your sit bones. So the chamois should be sitting right where the sit bones are, which is essentially where you want to be seated on the bike. So you're supported on the bike, on the saddle with your sit bones, and that's where you want the middle of the chamois to be. So during the fitting, I recommend that you guys take a reach back, feel the chamois, make sure that it feels like it's in the correct place. If it's too high or too low, then you're probably in the wrong size. And if it's sitting up here toward your back, you should probably size down. And if it's moved through underneath your crotch, then you should probably size up. So those are the contender bib shorts, and we'll have her throw on the top as well.
Jordan, we did have a question come in the meantime while she's changing. How does Wattie's sizing compare to other common cycling and tri kits?
I'd say it compares. I'd say we're definitely on the racier side. So, you know, I would have people look at our size chart to see what their measurements compare to in regards to our sizing. I'm going to show you guys in a little bit of how we size our kits, but I'd say we're pretty true to size. But it's really a preference thing on how you want your kit to fit. So that's why I really push people toward going to the fit kit party if they can, because if you go to our size chart and you take your measurements, your chest measurement, your hip measurement, we are going to push you in the size that we have built this garment for, which is form-fitting and close to body. If you want something a little bit looser, then we suggest you size up. So Natalia now has the tri-top on. And this is how we build this garment to fit. So as you can see, it's close to body. And if you were to go to our size chart and take your measurements, then this is the fit that you're going to get. So that's why we recommend, if you go to the fit kit party, to try the stuff on yourself to determine what size you like. That's going to be the best way. If you go off the size chart and you want something that's a little bit more roomy, then we do suggest sizing up. So the tri-top, this is a 3/4 zip. So it zips down 3/4, turn around here, and you also have some pockets in the back. So this is a raised piece. We have pockets that come in through the side here. So there's still plenty of room for a cell phone, plenty of room for gels, bars, anything you want, but it's kind of nice because they're out of the way. They're not these big flappy traditional pockets that you might see on a jersey, and it's very form-fitting. So this is a piece that you can race in and still keep nutrition and other stuff on you. So that is the tri-top. She is going to take that off and put on the cycling jersey. And are there any questions in regards to either the bib shorts or the tri-top?
I don't have a question, but I would say that I tried on the bib shorts for the first time, and everyone had said you have to try them, right? So I didn't know what the rave was about, but gave them a shot, and the padding is quite thick, and it is very comfortable. I thought that the straps would kind of be bothersome, but it was fairly comfortable.
Awesome. Great to hear. She has the cycling top on now, so we'll go over that. So this is the fit of the cycling top. You have your traditional 3 pockets in the back here. So your standard cycling pockets and a slightly longer sleeve length, which also uses this 4-way stretch fabric. So stretches around the arm really nicely and it just disappears. And then the body of this is also the same fabric as the tri-top. It's a fabric called the Winter. It stretches really well. It's got a lot of light in it, but it also breathes and works extremely well too. So as you can see, you know, the zipper length, it's not a super long jersey. And the reason for that is we build everything to be in the cycling position. So I'm gonna have Natalia bend over like she's on the bike. And as you can see, there's very little zipper ripple, if any at all. And that's why the length of our jerseys is so there isn't any zipper ripple, and it's built to be in this position right here. So as you can see, the kit is flush. There's no additional material up in the shoulders. It's flat across the chest and flat across the back. Like I said, she is wearing a size extra small top and small bottom. So she could definitely go into a small if she wants to. And that's why I say it's best to try these pieces on, because it is very preference based as well. Those who don't want something that's this close to the body, that's this tight, then we do recommend sizing up a size. But if you were to take your measurements, this is the fit that you are going to be directed to. So last, we are going to move into the speed suit here. Or actually, let's throw on the vest. Before that, unzip that guy. All right, so this is the vest that you guys will be ordering as well, which is a great piece. As you can see, it has pockets on the back as well, which most vests don't. It's nice that you can throw in some additional nutrition. I also like to throw in, if you have leg warmers or arm warmers, knee warmers, these pockets are a great place to stash those. You also have a whole, this whole pocket is reflective as well. So this whole patch lights up when it's hit with light, just to add some extra protection. A higher collar just to keep you guys warm on those cold days. And then the best feature, my favorite feature of the vest, is the double zipper. So as you can see from the bottom, you can actually unzip. And that way, if you want to get to your pockets in the back, you can reach back, grab your nutrition, grab your phone, and then come back, zip it back down. So it's a great feature. I'm sure we've all been riding the bike and we've had to unzip our vest or jersey from the top. And it's difficult to get back in your pockets if you have a form-fitting vest and you only have one zipper. So the jacket and the vest both have a double zipper system that you can go back, grab your nutrition, and zip it back up safely while you're on the bike. So that is the vest. And the next piece that I'm going to show you guys is the Contender's speed suit, which is a race item. And even a lot of people will train in this piece as well. Any questions on any of those pieces?
Jordan, there was a couple questions. Can you talk more about the chamois design? Is it better?
I can. I'm going to head and grab. So the chamois that we use from one of the best distributors in Italy called EIT, and I'm going to show you this chamois right here. It's a multi-density chamois. So as you can see, it has multiple layers of density here. Another thing about the chamois is how the chamois is actually put into the bib short and how it's sewn in. And we have a really nice flat lock stitch here, as you can see. If you look at some of the bibs, and maybe even some of the bibs that you guys have from other vendors, the stitch isn't a flat lock stitch, which can cause irritation. So we have a really nice stitch that's flat and soft around the edges to keep you from chafing. And it also has this carbon fiber weave. As you can see, it has that similar weave to what we saw on that other fabric, which helps fight bacteria and it adds durability to the chamois as well. And everything that we have a men's specific and a woman's specific chamois. So depending on what piece you're ordering, you'll get that specific gender chamois in there. So this chamois we've been using since the very early days. We've continued to upgrade it, but with the same chamois, the same model. And that's one thing that people really love about the product, love about the bib short, is the chamois. But it's also placement. You can have a great chamois, but if it's not sitting in the right area, then the chamois doesn't do anything for you. So, you know, the position of the chamois and the quality of the chamois is all super important.
Now, is the chamois the same for the tri line, the tri shorts and the cycling shorts?
It is, yeah. We have a slightly smaller chamois in the tri short. For those who are going to be racing, say running, swimming, it's not going to be as thick as this. So the cycling bib short does have a different chamois than, say, the tri short. But we don't want people running around with a big diaper, big thick chamois. So it also has the same density, but it's not quite as big and thick. But great question. Any other questions?
There's another question. Does Wattie have plans to create quick release bib shorts for women?
Yeah, so we've experimented a lot with a quick release bib short, and it's tough. We've come out with one really early on, but didn't quite like the construction of it. And there's another one in the works right now. Before we had a clip system in the front that you can just simply throw over your head and take your bib shorts down, but it was irritating people kind of in the chest. If you know of a nice quick release women's bib short or one that you like that you've been wearing, let us know, because we are exploring that. And yeah, if there's something that you guys like, let us know, and we'll definitely check it out.
Hey Jordan, quick question on the vest and the jacket. What's the material, and is it windproof, or is it specially insulated, or?
It is, yeah. So this is a windstop vest. We have that vest inside.
I think Jordan's muted.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So the front of the vest uses a windstop fabric that doesn't allow any of the wind to actually come into it. We also use Lycra in this vest. So you may not have seen in other vests, but we have a lot of stretch actually in the vest. Usually vests can be like garbage bags where they don't breathe really well. They don't have a lot of stretch, but the front of our vest uses a windproof fabric and it's actually really form fitting. So for those that do want a really tight fit and something that's close to the body, this is going to be something that wraps around your body and is still really comfortable. The back of the vest uses more of this perforated fabric that breathes. So as you are warming up on the bike, this fabric you can see here, it's more mesh-like. That's going to give you a little bit more ventilation, so you can air the vest out. So windproof on the front, mesh on the back, and reflective on the pockets. All right, and then we will move into the Contender speed suit. So popular item by Wattie. A lot of our athletes will race in this piece. It's really versatile with the pockets, which we'll go over. But we have a lot of athletes these days who train, who race, who do their Sunday coffee rides in this suit. Some people just order this suit in general, and this is the only thing that they wear. So it has become a really popular, and people even prefer this over the standard jersey and bib short. They love just throwing this on, heading out for the ride, and essentially a 2-in-1 piece. And what that means is I'm gonna have Natalia unzip the front of the jersey all the way. And as you can see, it opens up in the front. So that's why we call it a 2-in-1. So what's really nice about that is if you're in a race, you wanna cool off, it's not your traditional speed suit where it only has a 3/4 zip or you can't unzip from the front. This actually unzips fully from the front. You can air yourself out. And for you men out there, you can also use the restroom with this suit. So you don't have to fully get under, you will still have to do that. But the guys can easily use the restroom with this one. So go ahead and zip that back up. And this uses the same chamois as the cycling Contender bib as well. We'll move to the back here. And we have a few different pocket options here. So 2 of your traditional pockets in the back for your nutrition. And then we even have some nice pockets on the sides here as well. So a lot of athletes will use this as their little garbage can. If you got wrappers from your gel or wrappers for your bars, they'll go ahead and stash them in here. But that's why this piece is so popular and it's become so versatile, because you can go out on a ride, you can store your phone, you can store your nutrition, and you still have, you know, all of the aero properties of a speed suit. And as you can see, those pockets just lay flat when they're not in use. So it's essentially your traditional speed suit, but it opens up in the front and you can take additional nutrition with you, either at your race or on your ride. So this is a great piece. I know a lot of you will love this piece. The fabric on the front is the same as the Contender jersey and tri-top. And then the back has a little bit more of a ventilated piece, as you can see the perforation here, to help you stay cool during those races and rides. So that is a piece that would be offered in the collection, the Contender tri-suit. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions on that piece? Yeah.
Love the wrapper pockets. That's genius.
Yeah, no, it's a great piece. A request for those who know, have actually one of the owners here, and that was one of her suggestions. A trash kit, essentially, that you throw your wrappers in, because you can dash out on the bike or the run. So that's a nice little piece to be able to stash some extra goods or your trash and wrappers. So. And that was the last piece I was going to show. So let me know if you guys have any other questions or any requests. If there are any other pieces that you guys want to see, we have those here for Natalia to try on. But really, those are the main pieces: jersey, tri-top, bib shorts. When it comes to other pieces, you should be the same size. If you wear a small in a jersey, you should be also a small in a tri-top, as well as a speed suit. But like I said, we recommend going in, trying those pieces on, just to get a feel for how they fit and you know, what items you guys actually want to order.
Jordan, a question came up. Can you explain more about the leg bands on both the bibs and the speed suit?
I can, yeah. So these silicone leg bands we've been working with since the beginning, and I think we've tried over 100 bands when we were developing some of our pieces early on. And we've seen everything, right? You see the leg bands start to roll. You see the leg bands become too tight, which we call sausage leg, right? If the band is too tight, then it cuts around the skin, and that's not a good look. So these bands have a really light silicone strip to them, but aren't too tight, and they have plenty of stretch. They're Lycra based. And so they sit really nice on the leg. They're about 1.5 inches in width, and they stay in place. So this is the band that we've been using pretty much for the last 8 years on all of our garments. And over time, they've really lasted. Like I said, sometimes bands start to roll up or just start to disintegrate. They start to get loose and floppy, and they're not really compressive around the leg over time. And so these really hold up to the everything of racing. So yeah, they're fantastic.
There's another question. Are there any long sleeve offerings?
There will be, yeah. So we do have a thermal long sleeve offering as well. It has a slight fleece on the inside of the jersey to keep you guys warm. It's perfect for the California conditions. It's just a light fleece, so it's great for temperatures down into probably the mid 40s. And when you combine that with a vest and maybe even a base layer, it's all you need in really cold conditions. So there will be a long sleeve option as well, and you guys should be able to try that on.
Can you go a little bit more into the cycling shorts waistband?
Yeah, let's see here. Let's see if we got one of those. Let me go grab one of those and I'll be right back, all right?
Hey, James, even though they are offering a long sleeve, we did not include that in this kit order. If there's enough interest, we could potentially do it for the summer one. And there is not a rain jacket. We are going to be trying on one of the jackets, but it's a cycling jacket versus a rain jacket.
Are there sleeves, like separate sleeves you can put on with a vest?
Yes, there are arm sleeves. Yes.
Sweet.
Maybe we'll have Jordan show us that as well. And just so everybody knows, I've tried on some of the pieces, Mark's tried on some of the pieces, and then Joe came in and tried on some of the pieces today, and they fit true to size. It's very based on what your street clothes is, and because I don't have any other way to describe it, but if you run a medium or a large, it's pretty true to size. It's not like last year when we had to size up with some of the certain pieces.
All right, so I have a pair of tri shorts here. Natalia, if you can pick that up, just so we can show them what that looks like. So that is the tri short, and we use this little bit thicker waistband that should sit a little bit higher up on the waist above the hip bones. And it's actually the same waistband that we use in some of the running tights and yoga pants that we have. So it's super comfortable. You can run them a little bit higher, just more modesty. And like I said, it's the same band that we've been using on the running tights and leg bands. So these shorts are actually really comfortable. And for those that don't want to wear a cycling bib, these shorts are extremely popular. So yeah, we use our yoga band for the waistband on these for both men's and women's. Then we can also talk about the arm warmers here. I had somebody request that. So arm warmers come in a bunch of different sizes, from small, I believe, to extra large, so you can get the perfect fit. There's a silicone gripper right at the top, so they don't move once they're on. And then we have a slight fleece inner as well to keep you warm. So these are great. You can ride in conditions in between, mid 30s to 40s, place that, stay plenty warm. And like I said, they come in a run of sizes, so you guys can find that perfect fit in those. They are tapered as well. As you can see, they get smaller toward the wrist. And as they get smaller, they do also get shorter. So if you have shorter arms, they shouldn't be riding up into the armpit area. They should be a perfect fit.
Jordan, question on the vest and jacket. Are they wind only repellent, or are they water repellent as well?
The front of the vest and the jacket are water repellent. We can't call them waterproof unless they are seam sealed. So they aren't seam sealed, which means that the fabric on the front of the jersey, water will actually bead off of it. But as you've seen on the back, we do have a more, this ventilated fabric back here, which obviously will have a little bit of water that gets into that. But on the front of the chest is mostly where you get the water when you're riding in the rain, and water will simply, like I said, just bead right off of this on both the vest and jacket.
I have a question about sizes, because I have some pieces, I think from last year or 2 years ago. Are they gonna be the same size, or it's gonna be a little different? Because those fit perfect for me, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go and check it out. So that's my question.
Yes, they should be the same size. You should. If you have garments that you've purchased 2, 3, even 4 years ago, the sizing will be the same. So we've just come out with new products since then. We haven't really adjusted or changed really the core pieces and the sizing. Like I said, we've developed new pieces. But if you have pieces that are a few years old, then you will be that same size when you're ordering this year's kit.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I have a possible suggestion. I have very light skin, and I wear long sleeves pretty much all the time, hot weather or cold, because of the sun. And it's very hard to find anything that's designed for that. So it's something you might want to look at. People may get more concerned about that. I'm older than most of the people here, so if I go to the doctor, they pull out the liquid nitrogen squirt thing and go over me, you know, 80 bucks a
Right.
shot, too, 80 bucks.
Yeah.
But you know, if you go out and exercise a lot in the full sun, the sunscreen doesn't work as well as covering up.
Totally. We hear you on that. And we have developed a few pieces with our local dermatologist who does kits with us. We did a collaboration with him. And we did an article with him on protecting yourself from the sun and the UV elements. So what we do have is we have arm coolers, which is essentially an arm warmer, but without the fleece lining. They wick moisture really well, and they actually keep you cooler on really hot days. So if there's a need for that, we can always add that to the team store. Kimmy, if there's additional people that want that, I'd be happy to even combine the warmers and the arm coolers to meet the minimums for you guys, if that's something that you guys are interested in. So arm coolers is something that we have. And we also have a jersey as well, a really lightweight long sleeve jersey that offers protection from the sun. So we did come out with a long sleeve jersey that is really lightweight, and it's the same fabric throughout the body and throughout the arms. And that piece is specific for protecting you from the sun on really hot days.
Great, great.
What do you say with the kit reveal time? Should we show off the 2021 kit design?
I think it's time.
Cool, let's do it. I'm gonna have Natalia actually lay it down on the floor here, and we'll have a drum roll here as we lay it on the floor for all of you guys to see.
Jordan, explain what you're laying on the floor.
Yeah, so this is a mini marker or test print, and this is what we print and send to the customer with every project. So the reason why we do this is sometimes colors on screen can look much different than what they look like printed on fabric. So there's been times where we've been designing kits on screen, and we've gone to print the mini marker or test print, and blue ended up turning purple. So that happens, you know, and that's the reason why we print out these test prints internally as well as for the customer. So we would send this out to the customer, and this is kind of the final approval, the final mark off to say, yep, we're ready to go into the ordering phase and production phase. So like I said, the kit looks really good, and something with your design, you know, a test print is really important, and we'll kind of walk through that here. But we're gonna go ahead and overnight this tomorrow so you guys can have it at the Fit Kit party for all of you guys to see up and close and in person. So without further ado, let's show you guys the 2021 kit design. Here she is. So we have a really cool fade gradient here, and that's why the test print is so important. And so we can have and look at that transition between colors. We can look at the reds and the blacks to see if it's exactly what you guys want. And this is obviously the jersey here. So we have this cool geometric pattern toward the bottom that fades up into red with the Golden Gate Triathlon Club at the top. This is back of the jersey here. There is the back of the kit with the pockets here. So this pocket bag will be over here with all of the color call outs. So for any reason, when we send this out, Kimmy looks at it and she says, now I want to replace bright red with another red from the color palette that over there that I showed you, then that would be an opportunity to do so. So that's why we send these out, is for color confirmation and to look at print quality. And then we have the bib shorts over here as well. So you can see we have a similar type of gradient fade on the bibs from red to black with the geometric shapes here. And then here is the back panel of the bib short with red leg bands on both left and right side. But I think it's great. It's visible, it's bright, people can see you, but it's very subtle. Fades and gradients, they're classic. They never go out of style. I think it's a killer looking kit, and I hope that you guys agree. Bravo, I like it. Any questions or comments on the new kit design for 2021? What do you guys think?
Badass. That's
Awesome.
awesome. It's very superhero-esque.
Yeah, I would agree. This is going to look great in a suit. Just the fade from the top to bottom. It's going to be a killer looking suit. And you
Is
guys
the
are going to be
back
seen
gonna be
on race day
reflective?
one day when we have races that. Is the back going to be reflective? Yes, it is. So we do have reflective elements on each side of the jersey. So on the back, we'll have reflective tabs here, and also on the back here that are reflective pieces. So when light hits it, they will shine bright.
Andre, to answer your question, we are going to have runners tops available. Oh, and the next question, Amy, will the vest jacket be the same? I believe so, yes.
Yes, if the questions in regards to fit and fabric, they will be. Essentially, the jacket is the same as the vest, just with sleeves, has the pockets in the back, has the double zipper, and the same fabrics as well.
So
Sorry,
what's going to happen next
jackets
is
won't be solid color.
That's a good question. Justin hasn't designed some of the outerwear pieces. Kimmy, do you have an idea of what you want those accessories to look like? That's the next step for Justin is designing some of those pieces.
right. The first step was just to get the kits put together so we can have our cycling and speed suits. And then we were going to work on probably the jackets and I think arm warmer designs and stuff. So
Perfect. Yep.
and runners tops.
And running tops, yeah. And the running top's great. It's a tech tee. It wicks really well. It's really lightweight. Slight V at the top of the neck. It's a great piece. I know you guys will like it.
Are there any other questions?
Yeah, I got a question really quick. Are you guys going to be doing tri-shorts for the kit?
Yes.
Awesome. And then kind of a second question, kit, not related to kit. Do you guys make any arm warmers with a reflective material kind of like right above the elbow on the tricep? Like super reflective?
We don't, but we're working with inks that will have reflective elements in them. So it's something that we're exploring in the print room that I showed you guys. We have a brand new printer in there that is capable of doing reflective inks and reflective flow colors. So it's a new technology. Other than that, really reflective elements that are sewn in are the only way to really add reflective pieces. But there might be an option to use reflective colors these days. So it's something that we're exploring, and sleeves, knee warmers, all those pieces will be pieces that we'll be experimenting on.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Jordan.
Yeah, of course.
A couple of people said, shut up and take my money.
I'm looking forward to getting a kit myself. Yeah.
Jordan, was Justin ever able to send you like the top and the bottom put together so we could see that?
He did. He wasn't able to send it in email, but I think he sent you a weed transfer link that you might be able to download. The file was just too big. So
Okay.
I know that he completed a 3D model of the kit for you guys to share. So you could actually, you rotate the kit and look at it from every angle and a kind of a 3D mannequin, which is really cool. So if you guys want to post that up on social media, you guys should be able to share that as well. And you guys can all take a look around the kit on, you know, each piece and each side of the top and bottom.
I'm actually going to share that right now, if that's okay.
Cool.
That's what the top would
Nice.
look like. And let's see.
And that's the full kit together, yeah.
Rad.
Well, if there's no more questions, thank you so much, Jordan. Really appreciate the tour and for explaining all the pieces and for helping us with the kit reveal. This was amazing.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for having me. We're super excited to see these kits come to life and to see them out on the road. And looking forward to
winning
hopefully being able to
races.
travel in the near future and winning races. Yeah. Looking forward to coming up to NorCal and seeing what everyone can do on their best mile times. We're gonna have to go down to the track and throw down and see who's throwing down PRs. So I hope everyone's enjoying that. And yeah, I look forward to hopefully meeting everyone in person in the near future.